Hi guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing Killer Klowns from Outer Space. Murderous aliens who look like a bunch of circus clowns have arrived at Earth and are here to bring mayhem. So I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. I never had any interest in watching this movie, but I recently did watch it because last year when I went to Halloween Horror Nights, they had a house there, and the year before that they had a scare zone, and I was like, hey, I need to check this out. And it does have some cult following, so I'm like, it has to be somewhat good. Let's talk about this. First of all, I want to always start with the positives, and I want to say that I genuinely had fun with this movie. Yes, it was very silly, and I'll get more to that in my negatives, but I honestly had fun with it. Like, I was laughing the entire time. I mean, I don't know if anybody finds this scary, but even me, somebody who's terrified of clowns, and I mean terrified, I had a bunch of fun with this movie, and I really enjoyed how they brought a lot of circus and like fair things into weapons, especially like the cotton candy cocoons and like the pie guns and all those stuff. Like, I thought that all of those aspects were very cool and very over the top. This is a very over the top movie, and I think it does that on purpose, and for that I very appreciate it, because I think it got a style out of it, like an 80s low budget type movie. That is the aesthetic it has, and I actually dig it. Like, I think it's very cool that it did have that, and I like that it was consistent with that. Like, it didn't try to ever be super serious at one point. It always tried to maintain its silliness level, so I definitely think it was great on that. And yeah, I just had a lot of fun. Like, I ended the movie and I was like, what did I just watch? But I enjoyed myself, and I mean, I think that's fine. I also really love the design of the clowns. I love looking at designs of certain things, and I think what really stood out here were the clowns, and I like how they have a style to them, but they're each different, and they're different sizes, and they have different colors, and they're very fun. They do have a creepy factor to them still, where they're not just super silly, but they're also creepy. They feel familiar, but they're not familiar, and I think that that's really cool what they were able to do. Unfortunately, those are all the positives I have today. But all of these negatives, I just want to put out a huge disclaimer that I completely understand why a lot of people enjoy this movie. I know it has a very big cult following. I've heard a lot of people talk about it, and I'm not saying this is like a terrible movie by all means. It is just not for me, but I just don't enjoy movies like this. Like, I got to a point where it was trying to be too funny for me, and I was just not laughing. Like, I laughed at a bunch of the jokes, I won't lie. Like I was saying, I had a lot of fun with it, but sometimes I was laughing because it was so bad, if that makes any sense. And I wouldn't even consider this like a guilty pleasure movie, because I don't think I'll ever rewatch this, to be honest. I've seen it twice now. I saw it a couple months back, and then I saw it last night again for this review, and I don't know. I think where it really just fails is that I was never that invested in the characters at all, because they don't even try to do anything with them. Then it just made the movie very flat for me at that point. Also, the acting was just not good. It was that type of like B-roll acting, campy horror type, and I was just like, really? And this is a short movie and never felt long for me, and I think it goes by pretty fast, so I was happy in that aspect. But yeah, this is just not my cup of tea, and I also thought that the clowns being there had no purpose. It's just like nobody explained absolutely anything. Like, I mean, it just occurred. They just popped into Earth, and I think they would have explained it a lot more. I would have enjoyed it a lot more. So yeah, this is actually probably my shortest movie review, but I wanted to give my thoughts on it even though absolutely nobody asked. But since I'm doing 31 Nights of Horror and I watched this recently, I might as well review it. So I'm gonna give this movie a C. Yeah, it's not the worst, it's not the best, it's just not for me, and I think it's just an okay movie. I think if you guys like these type of fun, silly, you might have fun with it, and I did have fun with it. It's just not my cup of tea, and that's where just my negatives come in. But again, I completely understand if one of you guys like this movie, and a lot is coming, so make sure if you've not subscribed to my channel to please subscribe by clicking the subscribe button. It's totally free, and it really supports my channel. And you can also leave a comment telling me your thoughts on the movie, or just recommending a horror movie that you think I should review for my series. So yeah, thank you guys again so much for watching my channel, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye guys!